What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Alex Z and I drive a 400 wheel horsepower nitrous 370Z called Great White. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how and why I started an automotive YouTube channel and some of the experiences and difficulties I've had throughout my YouTube journey. So in this video, I just wanted you guys to get to know me a little bit more. I've made quite a few videos in the past year. So I've been doing YouTube for 1 year. So the way it all started was when I bought my first car, which was an Acura TL. I had no intention of modding that car. I kind of just wanted like a nice car and, you know, just so I wouldn't look bummy. And when I went to test drives, obviously I floored. I drove a bunch of different cars and I was flooring all of them because I guess I was in the cars without knowing I was in the cars, but I just wanted something with, you know, well, most people want a car that has a little bit of power in it, so, you know, because it feels good. So when I drove this car, it had the most power out of all the cars that I drove. It had a 3.2 liter V6, and if you're a first-time driver, of course that's gonna feel like, oh my god, especially because I had VTEC and all this other stuff. Years down the line, I started looking up, you know, little things on YouTube on how to make your car louder and that kind of stuff. I ended up straight piping the car, you know, doing little mods here and there. And then I would just go around and I would see other cars, but never really thought too much of it. When I'm going around on YouTube, I ran into a creator that you guys all know, which is TJ Hunt. And I kind of saw the cool mods that he was doing to his car, and I was like, dang, this is pretty cool, like, to make videos about this different stuff you can do in your car. I didn't think there was too much for my car at the time in terms of mods. Maybe one day I can make videos like that. What I ended up doing was buying a camera just so I could get started, you know, get a little bit more into the scene. Started getting into like how to edit. I bought the camera with the intent to eventually start making videos, but I was so self-conscious about making videos because I was like, dude, I look weird on camera, or I look dumb looking at myself, or I feel weird holding a camera out in public. So it was really hard for me to start at first, so that's why I kind of just stayed in my little nutshell. I was also really new in the scene. I didn't really know that many people, so whenever I would go out and like try to make a video or like take pictures or something, I always felt like people were staring at me, and like I don't really know anyone, so I was kind of like, you know, self-conscious about it. Later on down the line, I got into, you know, modding my Acura TL. I wanted to go faster because at the time I couldn't beat nobody. Everybody was just beating me, so I was like, dude, I don't have any money. What can I do to make my car faster? I ended up gutting the whole entire car, door panels. I took off the hood, no seats, put like this cheap bucket seat. I'm telling you, this thing was gutted, no radio, nothing. And that's kind of how I made it faster. And then I started doing race legal. If you're from San Diego, you're familiar with race legal. Started racing at race legal, and then that's how I started meeting more people, and that's kind of how I met like a lot of the racing scene and kind of got more involved in that. Eventually, everyone started getting faster, and my gutted TL wasn't gonna cut it. I wanted to make YouTube videos already, but I didn't want to because, one, I was still self-conscious about myself, and I didn't think many people would be interested in an Acura TL. So I was like, man, it's time for a new car. Started looking for a new car, and my budget at the time was $10,000, and I knew I kind of wanted to go for a 350Z. I couldn't find any 350Zs, and I happened to run across a 370Z for around $10,000, but it was salvaged. But at the time I didn't really care because I was just like, dude, I just need another car that's gonna be faster and be able to make more content out of. So I ended up buying it, and it's now known as the 370Z. You guys know from my channel, Great White. After I bought the 370Z, I was still self-conscious about making videos because I just felt, you know, if you've ever tried vlogging, you know what I'm talking about, like holding out on the camera out in public and like recording yourself and people watching you, it's just kind of weird, you know. So I already had done some mods before I started vlogging. I did the 85 and the tune, and I wish I would have vlogged that because that probably would have been great content. So at the time all this is happening, I am working at a Toyota as a lot porter, and that's kind of how I was able to finance some of the stuff. I wasn't making too much money, but it was able to help me out and like get a camera and stuff like that. I remember just waking up every day being like, damn dude, I don't want to go to work. I mean, I hate my job. I hate freaking washing cars. I hate being like, you know, just I didn't want to be at work because that's not what I wanted to do. So I kind of grew into like this weird like depression state where I was so like frustrated with myself and like why I wasn't doing what I wanted to do and why I wasn't vlogging. So I would kind of beat myself up over being self-conscious of vlogging, until one day I was just like fed up with it, and I was like, you know what, it's not gonna happen if I don't do anything about it. So literally one day I just woke up, it was my day off of work, and I was like, today we're gonna make my first video and we're gonna start vlogging today. So I go out and drive, and I'm like so hesitant to go out and drive and make this video because I was so scared that, you know, like, oh, this is alright, I'll make the video, but I don't know if I'll post it kind of thing, you know? So I go out, I go to Chula Mall on top of the parking lot, start making my first video, and you can actually watch that video. I'll even put a link in the description. It's a terrible video, but it's okay. I only had like a 50mm lens, so the freaking camera, you know, it was so close to my face, but whatever, it was my first vlog, and I was just like so eager to pump it out because I knew if I didn't make a video, my first video, I probably would never start vlogging. I knew I would have the same life that everyone else around me was having, kind of just like, okay, go to work, come home, sleep, go to work, come home, sleep. And I knew I wanted something more in my life, and I knew I wanted to do something, and I wanted to be somebody and actually do something positive and make an impact. The main reasons I started YouTube was to be able to do what I love to do and make content. I love making videos, I love editing videos and recording videos, and I also love cars. So if I could combine those two things and be able to make money off of it, I mean, that would be a dream come true. So it is one of my dreams to be able to do this full time and, you know, build an income off of it and be able to grow it as a business. Within my first year, I've been able to obtain, well, actually my first year I got only 500 subs, but within the past week I have grown 200 subscribers. So I'm at 700 right now, and we are so close to 1,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. It would help me out so much. So one of my biggest goals with YouTube is also to be able to impact others to do what they dream to do, not just on YouTube, but, you know, like let's say you have a catering business and you've always wanted to start a catering business, but you feel like, you know, you don't have the funds or you don't have the means to go about it and start your own business. You know, my goal is just to kind of show you guys that, you know, anything is possible. How I literally had no money. I was making minimum wage and, you know, trying to make this automotive YouTube thing, trying to make something out of it. So if I can make something out of it, I feel like anyone else can make something out of it. 'Cause if you know me, I mean, I don't come from a rich family or a rich background. So if I could do it, I feel like I'll be able to show other people that they could do it and they can make something out of their life. And that's kind of like my big goal with YouTube, is just to impact others to be able to do what they want to do. So one of the questions I always get was like, oh, how'd you get all the money to mod? You must have money. No, actually I took out a credit card. I actually got approved for exactly $15,000, and that's how I was able to mod the car. So I was kind of hesitant in spending my credit card to mod my Z, but I knew I wanted to do YouTube so bad. I needed to create content, and I don't have any money, so what do? I started swiping away. I started buying all my car parts with my credit card, and I almost hit my limit of $12,000 on repairs. And you guys just saw how much it cost to build my Nitrous 370Z video, and I spent like $10,000 there. And that's kind of how I've been able to buy all these mods, was through this credit card, because like I don't have the money to cash out, you know. So that's kind of how I went about it. So I mean, maybe that's a trick that some of you guys could do, was like, oh, how do I do this but I don't have the money? Take out a loan, get a credit card. I don't know. If you want to do something, you know, you're gonna figure out a way to do it. Some of the obstacles that I've had so far with YouTube is obviously, like I just said, the financial standpoint, and then also, you know, the comments and the remarks that I get from people. I mean, I've had haters like, oh, this guy's car's whack, and like, you know, just people talk down, or like, oh, this guy thinks he's shit because he's a YouTuber, or, you know, just things like that. You know, they do bring you down, and sometimes I feel like people like try to push you down and like don't want you to, you know, get you to get to that next level. And I feel like some people that you think that are your friends don't really care, and like you'll notice that when you're growing your YouTube channel, because the people who you think will support you and help you try to grow, they don't help you at all. If anything, they probably give you the thumbs down on the video. And that's one of the things that I've experienced with YouTube and that whole scenario. But you also notice who your real friends are. Your real friends are the ones who always, you know, sharing the videos and that kind of stuff. So if you're sharing the videos and like leaving comments on every video, I really do notice, and I really do appreciate it so much, because I have this dream, and if you have a dream and you help me with mine, I'm gonna help you with yours. One of the things that keep me motivated to keep doing YouTube and to keep grinding out videos, even though I've had like very small success on YouTube, is honestly some of the automotive creators. Honestly, they're my biggest motivators. I pretty much watch a lot of automotive YouTubers. My big ones are gonna be TJ Hunt and Dustin Williams, and kind of see how far they got, because I started watching them when they were small, like when he first got his WRX, and TJ Hunt when he first bought his 350Z. I started watching them there. So as I watched them grow and be able to buy a shop and like start a merch and buy the GTRs and all that stuff, helped keep me motivated. I was like, man, if these guys could do it, I feel like I could do it. Anything is really possible. I really do believe that, and I know if I keep grinding out videos that eventually it will pay off, and I know that one day it will get there. So we're so close to 1,000, and I really hope you guys like this video, and I really hope you guys subscribe. Help us get to the next level. Before we end today's video, there is a small video I want to share with you guys that helped me push through and finally get started on making YouTube videos. And I know some of you guys have commented or have told me that, hey, I want to start a YouTube, but I'm having a hard time starting. Maybe this video will help you guys out, or maybe you have a big project that you want to do and you're just kind of hesitant on doing it. I hope this video will help push you guys through, and whenever you're feeling kind of down, watch this video, and I'm sure it'll help you guys out. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to tell you something that every successful person has to do, including you. Believe it or not, every successful person in this world has jumped. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. You are going to have to jump. You cannot just exist in this life. You have got to try to live. If you are waking up thinking that there's got to be more to your life than it is, man, believe that it is. Believe in your heart of hearts that it is. But to get to that life, you're going to have to jump. I'll tell you why I call it jumping. See, God, when he created all of us, he gave every last one of us a gift at birth. He never created a soul without endowing them with a gift. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, singing, dancing. It's more than that. It's if you know how to network, if you can connect dots, if you draw, if you teach. Some of y'all fry chicken better than anybody else, bake pie. Some of you cut hair, color hair. Some people do grass. I got a partner, man, never wanted to go out with us because we stayed out too late. Come on, man, go out with now. I got to get up early, Mom, cutting Miss Johnson's grass. We kept laughing at this dude, cutting grass. How much they pay you? He got a landscaping company in Cleveland worth $4 million. Because all he do is cut grass. But he was gifted at it. I got a partner on a detail shop, make $800,000 a year detailing cars. He got 6 mobile trucks running around. $800,000 a year. All he do is detail cars. That's his gift. That's what he loved to do. You've got to identify that gift. Now listen to me. When you see people in life, when you're standing on the cliff of life and you see people soaring by, when you see people soaring, going to exotic places, you hear about them doing wonderful things. Maybe you look up the street and your neighbor just gets a car every year, every 2 years. You know, how is he doing that? Have you ever thought, maybe this person right here has identified their gift and is living in their gift? Because your Bible says, your Bible says your gift will make room for you. Your gift, not your education. You go get an education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, That education only gonna take you so far, man. I know a lot of people got degrees, man. They ain't even using them. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up and provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're going to just go to work. And if you're getting up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existing. At one point in time, you ought to see what living's like. But the only way to see what living like, you got to jump. And here's the problem. I'm going to just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will not open right away. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you it did, but it don't. When you jump, it's not going to open right away. You're going to hit them rocks. You're going to get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're going to get all your clothes tore off. You're going to get some cuts on you. You're going to be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That is a promise of God. That ain't a theory, that's a promise. His promises is true, because listen to me. You cannot name one single thing God has not gotten you through. Name it. And if he ain't got you through it, he currently pulling you through it right now. And the living proof of it is you sitting in here. If he hadn't got you through it, you wouldn't even be here. So if he ain't never not got you through it, why would he not let your parachute open? It has to open, man. But you got to jump, though. Now, here's another thing. You can play it safe and deal without the cuts and the tears. And you can stand on that cliff of life forever safe. But if you don't jump, I got another promise I can make you. Your parachute will never open. You'll never know. You'll never know what God really has for you. See, your God has a wonderful life for you. Once again, I'm going to refer to your Bible. Now, you go down there, you memorize these scriptures, you don't apply them to yourself. Your Bible says that he comes to give you life and give you life more abundantly. If I were you, I would jump. Because that's the only way to get to that abundant life. You got to jump, man. You got to take a chance. Now, when I get through talking, there are those of you who discuss this in the car. Well, I got bills, and I got bills. Whether you stay on the cliff or you jump, you're going to have bills. Well, if I quit my job, I'm going to ruin my credit. If you got a job, you live in check to check. Even if you got A1 credit, you can't buy nothing else no damn way. At one point in time, man, do yourself a favor. Go see what God really do. God hold you up, man. He ain't going to let you fall. He ain't bring you this far to let you fall. Do yourself a favor, man. Before you leave this world, before you die, jump. Just jump one time. Just jump. Thank you very much.
I won't stop. No, 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 no. I won't stop. I won't stop. I won't stop.